Truman State Park.
I don't even know where
Luis is going with me.
He's just dragging me along.
Taking him along. Subscribe. And we'll see you at Truman Lake.
Peace.
I live in Kansas City, so this episode is going to be mostly on Missouri state parks. Now, Missouri alone has 91 state parks with over 160,000 acres of land, more than 3,500 campgrounds, over 1,000 miles of trails. So Missouri alone has a lot of opportunities to get outside. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite spots in Missouri, Truman State Park.
We're going into Walmart. We got to get a fishing license. We also need to get some snacks. We got to find some firewood for tonight. It's going to be, keep us warm. What is it today? October 5th? 6th. It's October 6th in the Midwest. It's going to be 45 degrees. So it's camping weather.
Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy it. It'll help my channel out a lot. And I hope that this content really is useful and helpful to you. And I hope that you explore your local state park. So Truman State Park has over 1,400 acres of lakefront land, which is amazing. So you have access to fishing, boating, swimming, camping, trails, bluffs. There's a marina with a boat ramp. There's an amazing visitor center with activities for the kids. And like I said, it's only 90 minutes from here. And you get some great solitude and just an amazing peaceful location to go for a weekend. You know, set up your camper. They have several sites with hookups and hundreds of just tent pad sites, which is perfect. So you can find a nice secluded spot where there aren't a whole lot of other campers, if any at all. On top of that, there is a ton of wildlife in this state park. I've seen so many deer, turkeys, coyotes, armadillos, a lot of waterfowl, and you'll see some in this episode, actually a lot of waterfowl, and there's several local wildlife preserves and nature preserves where a lot of the birds migrate through. So this is an amazing location, and I've been here several times. Several trips did not go so well. I remember one trip specifically where my roommate and I went down. He was sleeping in a hammock, I was sleeping in my tent, and armadillos are a harmless animal. I think most people know that. So we go to bed and there's armadillos running around the forest everywhere, and in fact running right underneath of his hammock, and he freaked out and decided to go sleep in his car that night, and I slept great in my tent. Truman State Park has a lot of wildlife and a lot of fun things to do. Take your kayak, take your canoe, just swim at the beach in the summer. I went on July 4th on 2 occasions and might have seen a dozen other people there in the entire park.
Man, it took us a long time to get that fire going. Probably like 45 minutes.
Oh, great. We got our cook set. It's hard to see, but it'll work.
Is that a pan?
Yeah, this is our frying pan.
No way, that's awesome.
I got a cutting board and everything in here.
Wow, that's legit.
This is a $8 stove from Amazon. Works amazing. It's got an igniter. You'll see it in a second if you can see anything. Fire's going.
Nice.
So essentially for backpacking, you got your chicken, super slim, tortillas, super slim, pack it like that. The only other big component, which you can add or not, is the rice. So I have just instant rice that I add hot water to, which is what we're gonna do. Hot water to that, it heats it up, rice is ready, heat up your chicken, done.
All by any means. I mean, really.
It's really getting great down in there.
Yeah. It was a fun trip nonetheless. So that was,
All right.
man, that's the coolest pan ever.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
There it
It's
is.
so great. Okay. And I brought the
Oh, that looks
yeah.
yeah, that looks really good, guys. Oh man, that doesn't look appetizing
No,
by any
not
means.
at all. My reasoning behind this meal and certain other ones that I'm sure I'll show you throughout this series, this sure as heck beats the dehydrated foods.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll get to.
Yeah, I think it's done raining for the night.
All right,
I don't fish.
All right,
Okay.
but state parks are amazing.
Yeah,
And you need to check them out.
this place is pretty dope. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Perfect.
Nice, man. Water in here.
Water.
Yep. And rice too, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, my word.
Boom.
Yeah.
Get some. All right, there you guys have it.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Oh man, put too much rice on here.
Yeah, you got a lot of rice.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Wow.
Good?
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Approval.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
So hopefully it won't rain tonight. I don't know why I'm saying that, because even if it does, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, good night.
Peace.
Truman State Park is one of my favorites in Missouri. To be fair, I have not been to a lot, but there really isn't a need. Back to state parks, Missouri state parks, there is so much public lands for you to access and check out. You don't need to drive to the Rockies. You don't need to drive to the Smokies. There's probably a state park close to you that's amazing. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and we went to a state park. We went to Reed's Gap State Park all the time. I absolutely loved it. It was a small state park, but there was just a stream running through it with a loop trail that was maybe 3 miles long, and I could spend a week there. It was just beautiful, so peaceful. And state parks are such a hidden gem because they're so accessible. Most people want to go get the big, the big parks, which is great because they're incredible. But you have some great locations really close to you. And throughout Missouri, like I said, 160,000 acres. That's excluding national forests, state forests, state game lands. State parks alone, 160,000 acres. I would encourage you to check out your local state park. Check out Truman State Park. There are fees for the campground use, but they go towards the fees of the park. And it's well worth it to support your local park system so that they stay available to the public. On this trip, Luis and I decided to go down just for a night, and we went pretty late in the afternoon. And Kansas City was blue sky, sunny, 65 degrees when we left. We get down to the park, and it's raining, and it's cloudy, and it's getting colder, which is great. I love those conditions, but we weren't prepared for it. I didn't actually bring any rain gear. So we were setting up camp in a light drizzle and cooking dinner with a light drizzle, but it was a lot of fun. We spent the night there, woke up in the morning, made coffee, went fishing, didn't catch anything, but just enjoyed the location, for a night to get out into the fresh air, to be outdoors, and to get some stuff on film. Truman State Park isn't heavy on trails. It only has about 4 miles of trails, which is great for a day's worth of activities, but I think the main thing you'll get at Truman is the waterfront access. They have 2 beaches, a marina, plenty of waterfront campsites that you can just take your kayak, go fishing, kayak the lake. It's a huge lake. Truman Reservoir is massive, connects to Lake of the Ozarks. Such a perfect place for a weekend getaway for a family. Take an RV, take a tent. It's awesome. You'll see lots of wildlife, lots of things to do. There's water, there's facilities. Check it out, and check out your local state park.